Welcome to the Canvas tutorial. Although we recommend using our pesto templates as a way to quickly create a message, Canvas is an alternative option to build content from scratch. Access it from the menu on the left. First, select a sign to design for. Now that we're in an example, here's what we'll cover: the layout of the designer, building blocks of a message, optional features, and finalizing your project. The layout of the designer. At the top, if you have more than one sign, you can select your sign size. And similar ratios will be grouped together, allowing you to edit similar sizes at the same time. On the left, you have the controls for the selected layer. Along the bottom, the timeline, where you have the project length, the timeline itself, and the list of layers in your project. On the right, undo, redo, and viewer controls. And in the middle, your design area. In the corner, you have controls for saving and final creation of your project. Next, building blocks of a message. With most messages, you'll edit the play length, add a background, and then adjust the information itself. First, play length. The length of your project can be adjusted here in the timeline. Generally, messages that last about 6 to 12 seconds work well, and it's easiest to adjust this at the beginning of a project. Next, hit the plus button and we can add a background. This can be as simple as a solid shape, you can customize that color, or you can add a photo or video. No matter which background you pick, generally you'll want to use a darker background with lighter text on top. And when you can, stay away from solid white backgrounds. In short, they reduce the life of your sign and are pretty darn bright at night. No matter how you add a background, normally it works best to have the background below your text. Next, the actual information that makes up your message. You can add new text using the plus button and selecting text, or you can select a layer and then type in the box on the left. Generally, short, simple messages work best, and if you can, keep it to one sentence or less. Here we have a rectangular-sized box, and note, as you adjust the message, the text will auto-size based on the longest line of text. This means spreading the message across multiple lines will result in larger, easier to read text. Once your actual message is added, you can customize the look on the left. For images, you can use that plus button again and select Media, and then browse for the image that you need. You can use the handles to resize, and double-click to adjust the crop. Double-click again to confirm the crop. You can also add a data feed, so hit that plus button, hit feed, and then you can select your preset. In this case, I'll select temperature, and we'll see a default piece shows up. You can customize this in a very similar fashion to text. Once you add a feed, it will show placeholder information as you design. Correct info will be requested once actually scheduled to the sign. In this case, I'll go ahead and swap out the message here to something that makes more sense for our message. Need to upload your own file? You can hit the plus button, Media, and then you can upload from there by dragging in your own file or clicking to upload. If you need to change an existing image, select the layer, and then on the left hit the pen icon to swap the file. There's also a set of pre-made backgrounds if you'd like to use them in your designs. Next, we'll touch on some more optional features. First, how to create a static message. If you need a message with no movement, design like normal, and when you're done, move the playhead to where the ad contains all your info, then go to the screenshot section and apply the time and hit create. If you want movement, you can ignore this step. Next, let's say we want to add some movement and animation to a layer. So select it, and then scroll down until you reach the transitions section. Here, you can make some minor adjustments to start and stop times. And then here we can add a new transition. Here you'll see a library of presets show up. Here you can select and customize a transition. So this one will bounce in and out from the right. And you can apply this effect as an in transition, an out transition, or a shortcut and apply it to both. In this case, I will select both. Once submitted, we'll see these handles show up. You can use these to make any minor timing changes to that effect. Let's say you need to remove an animation. Just go back to the layer and within transitions, hit the trash can. We've made some progress on our little beavers ad. Let's stop and save our work. If we need to save our progress, we can use the Save Draft button. To save a copy under a new name, we can use Save As. And finally, if we're done making changes, we can hit Create. Use this once you're ready to schedule or download the project. Before that, let's do some final checks. So it's always good to double check that your info is accurate, that the project length is correct, and that there are no typos. And if you need to, that you've edited the other sign sizes as well. After that check, I'm happy with our beaver message. Let's hit Create. Confirm which size to create for. The MP4 format works great for Scheduler, but select what you need. That will render. After the creation process is complete, download or schedule the file. This is also where you can select the thumbnail option if you need a static message. By default, these files will go to your download folder. Within Scheduler, you can find created Canvas projects within your user-named folder. There at the bottom is the file we just created. Now we can schedule this however we need. We're done. You made it through. Content is created via Canvas. With that, you're now familiar with the Canvas layout, know the building blocks of an LED message, can add animation, and finalize projects for use on your sign. By this point, you may have a nice looking message. If not, try our custom content or Presto templates. They were all designed for digital boards, and you don't have to start from scratch. We have even more tutorials on the scheduler software. You can probably find them linked somewhere next to this video. If you've made it this far, you clearly like something about project content. Maybe consider subscribing or following on our socials. You'll find content tips and see our latest software improvements. That's it. Thanks for watching.